Welcome to science class. Today we're going to learn the science of where babies come from. Now, back in primitive civilization, when we thought the earth was round, it was believed that only women had babies. But now through modern advancements in human civilization, we know the earth is flat and that babies come from men. With all these men having babies, we're going to have to get men into having abortions soon because they're just populating the planet too much. And a man's right to choose has been oppressed by misogynistic women making everything about their right to choose. Now here's how it works. When a man and a woman, or a man and another man come together, they make a baby. Isn't it that you need both a man and a woman to have a baby? Because men have the sperm that then fertilizes the woman's egg? No. That's just medical misinformation being spread by Joe Rogan. You see, it's just like the only way to make water is to combine two hydrogen molecules with one oxygen molecule. But let's say you don't have any hydrogen molecules. Can you still make water? No. Incorrect. Even if you don't have any hydrogen, a vital component of water, you can still make water with only oxygen if you want it to be water. Because science. But wouldn't that just be air? No, it's water. Why are you being water phobic, you little misogynistic brat? But it doesn't make sense. It's not actually water. Oh, well, you know what would make sense? How about I go on Twitter and cancel you to help you understand the science? Do you think that would help? And that is part of the scientific method. Now, a person can't get pregnant until they begin menstruating, which clearly men do. It's called getting your period. Most boys begin menstruating between the ages of 10 and 13. And when they do, I'm 15 and I haven't got my period yet. Is there something wrong with me? Oh, wow. Probably. You might have some kind of reproductive disorder or something. You'll probably want to have your gynecologist check you out. But when your period does come, blood and stuff will come from this general area, specifically your uterus, which for men is also the same thing as your small intestine. From there, shedding your uterine lining causes blood to leak out. Where's the blood leak out of? Yeah, right. It comes right out of the man's vagina, right between his scrotum and his anus. I don't even think I have a vagina down there. How am I ever gonna get my period? Well, do you ever get bloody noses? Well, sometimes if I'm playing football or wrestling and I get hit in the face. Well, there you go. Yours just comes out of your nose. That's your period. Now, to keep from getting period blood everywhere, you'll want to wear a maxi pad. For boys having trouble getting their period, for whatever reason, you can eat a bunch of beets and then look in the toilet after you poop. That's also your period. I heard my dad listening to Dr. Robert Malone discussing science on a podcast, and he said with a jab, you need to be... Stop it! Stop it right now! Don't you ever interrupt science class again with medical misinformation while I'm teaching about how men get pregnant. I don't think men can get pregnant. I mean, I'll have my dad come in and talk to you about it. So your dad's a domestic terrorist. If he steps foot near the school, I'll have him arrested. Now, the vast majority of scientific discoveries during the last century have been made by Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, and Stephen Hawking, but mostly CNN. Next, we're going to cover what's called natural immunity. It does not exist. Any questions before we move on? Now, collaboration and discussion around scientific theories and data is an important part of making scientific advancements. So when someone has an opposing theory, especially one backed by evidence and objective numbers, the scientific method requires you to hysterically scream at them, accusing them of being a science denier. And even at times threatening them is an advanced form of scientifically analyzing their data. Like, for example, Ralph. Do you remember how you were just talking about Dr. Malone? Yes? Well, for doing so, I'm going to kill you and your family. Now, Ralph, do you still believe that Dr. Malone is a valid source of information that you should be listening to? I guess not. Isn't that just mean? Science! When beginning a scientific study, a scientist should always ask itself, who's funding the study? What do they want to find? And what do they want to hide? And then you go about scientifically creating those results so you can get paid. Now, when doing science, some science could reveal things that you don't want to be correct. Then, in the name of good science, you censor those things. Out of all the fields in science, biology, chemistry, astronomy, censorship is the most widely used one today. Now, what is the most common factor that makes science change? Yes. Increased atmospheric pressure? No. Low numbers at the polls? Yes, exactly. When elections are coming up and polls are down, the science completely changes. Physics completely go out the window and the law of gravity no longer exists, which isn't surprising because gravity is just a social construct. Now, this is the science. Now, class, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go take a pregnancy test because I'm 32 years late getting my period. I hope this is the time. Real quick, I would love to invite you to join me on my Awaken Warrior newsletter list. It's a way for us to ensure we stay connected in spite of censorship. Just go to awakenwithjp.com/join me. See you there. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Primal Life Organics, and their red blue LED light teeth whitening system. Maybe you're someone with teeth. And maybe you're even someone who's always wanted to whiten your teeth, but you didn't know where to start or what product to use, or maybe you even thought, man, it's too vain. Well, I'm here to help you stop being an idiot by sharing with you the only teeth whitening product I use. Why do I use it? Well, 3 reasons. 1, I want beautiful white teeth. 2, it works very effectively to whiten your teeth. And 3, it's all natural, which fits perfectly in alignment with my health values. There it is. For the longest time, I refused to use any teeth whitening products out there because I know so many of them are loaded with harmful peroxides that actually damage your teeth and chemicals that are negative for your body. But what makes Primal Life Organics immensely different is it bypasses all the harmful chemicals that are bad for your body, bad for your teeth, and uses a red blue LED light teeth whitening mouthpiece along with food grade teeth whitening gel. Just 16 minutes a day, 3 days a week with this bad boy, and I've noticed a dramatic difference in my teeth. To get your beautiful white smile on, just go to naturalteethwhiteners.com/JP, and at that link you get a full 60% discount. Enjoy.